All right, here's our video today, Algebra 2, the focus and the directrix of a parabola. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna find how to get the focus and how to get the directrix using a quadratic equation in vertex form. So we're gonna take a standard form quadratic equation, put it into vertex form, and we can see the vertex, the focus, and the directrix very easily. So if you don't know quadratics, though, you should look at some of the videos I have on quadratics, especially to know how to factor quadratics. But, give it a try if you just want to stick around. So first of all, let's just look. You see the parabola in blue, and the parabola could be like this, where the vertex is at a minimum, but they could be other ways too. But we're going to talk today just with the vertex on the bottom as a minimum. Now you can see, again, you can see parabolas like this. They're going like that. You can see them like this, and we can even see them like this, even though they're undefined. But today we're just going to concentrate on this one right over there. So as you can see, there's the focus on top of the vertex. Focus is always on top of it, or in this case, because we have a minimum. We have a minimum where the vertex is coming down, the parabola is coming down, it reaches its minimum point and then goes up. So at that type of parabola, focus is on top, and you see the directrix is just a straight line in green there. You notice this P, this point on the parabola, and the distance from the focus to that point, that distance will be the same as from that point to the directrix, no matter where you put that point. So if I put a point here, whatever you want to call it, point Q. So the distance, try to do a straight line here, almost straight. That distance from Q to the focus, it'll have the same length from Q straight down to the directrix. All right, so let's get to an equation here. And by the way, what you're seeing is a positive quadratic. It's positive. If it looks like it's smiling, it's positive. That's positive, where this would be negative, a little frown there. We'll concentrate on this one today. So, all right, here's our big bright screen there, and we'll use, what should we use? We'll use red. Why not? Let's look at an equation. So one thing we should know when we're doing equations like this is you should know the general form of how quadratics are, and we'll do it in standard form. So we'll put standard over here, standard form. So in standard form, we have ax squared, there's the a term, plus bx, there's the b term, and plus c. But what we want to do, and we'll put y equals there, we want to put it in vertex form. So vertex form, which is much easier for things, we're going to have a, x minus h, and don't worry about these letters, plus k. So we're going to try to get to the vertex form. Let's start with 1. Let's say we had y equals x squared plus 12x, and we'll say plus 32. Now what we want to do is we want to take this c term, 32, bring it to the y. And how do we do that? A little algebra, subtract it. So we're going to have y minus 32 equals x squared plus 12x. That's the first step. First step we're going to do. Do this when the a term is 1, right? So in this case, there's a 1 next to the x squared, right? When a is greater than 1, we'll do something else. And we'll do that in the video today too. So now we have this x squared plus 12x. What we want to do for the b term, and you're going to always do this, you're going to take the b term and you're going to divide it by 2. Always take the b term divided by 2. Take the b term divided by 2. In this case, we're going to get just a coefficient. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and then square it. This is completing the square. You get 36. And you're going to take that 36 and put it on both sides. So we're going to have y minus 32 plus 36 equals x squared plus 12x plus 36. Now here's what you got to know about factoring. You should know that what two numbers, if we multiply those two numbers, we get a product of the c term. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. At the same time, we want to take those two numbers, 6 times 6 is 36. we want them to add to get the sum of the b term. 6 plus 6 is 12. So we're going to use 6, and we're going to make two binomials. So let's do y minus 32 plus 36. It's going to equal x plus 6, x plus 6. And again, from here, you should know how to FOIL. Look at videos if you don't know how to FOIL and how to factor. So let's clean this up. Y plus 4. How do we get to plus 4? Well, negative 32 plus 36 is plus 4. And since we have two of these x plus 6's, we can say x plus 6 squared. And we're almost at vertex form. Almost there. Let's make this line, cut it up, and we'll bring this whole thing up over here. So we want y alone, so we're going to say y, and we're going to bring the 4 over by subtracting, and we're going to get x plus 6 squared minus 4, and now that's vertex form. So in vertex form, we want the x and the y coordinates. The x will be the opposite sign of that. That's where the x would be. Remember over here, they had it as not minus h. The h and the k. The h is the x, the k is the y. So in this case, it's going to be minus 6 minus 4. That's the vertex. So when this parabola, if it curved like this point, the minimum point, will be the vertex. In this case, we know that wherever this is on the coordinate grid, it's going to be negative 6, negative 4. And we know the focus is above it. That's the focus. And the directrix is below it. So how do we get the focus? The focus is always going to have the same x. But to get the y, you're going to take the y term, minus 4, and you're going to add it to 1/4 a. It's always 1/4 a. And a is the a term. And you notice in the a term, there's nothing there. And if there's nothing there, it's just a 1. So it's going to be negative 4 plus 1/4. And that'll get the focus. Negative 4 plus 1/4. And that'll give you negative 3 3/4. Negative 3 3/4. Now to get the directrix, it's y minus p. And p is always 1/4 a. We did that before with the focus. Doing the same thing. But we're minusing. You notice how we minused with the directrix. We added with the focus. So it's going to be negative 4 minus 1/4 a. And a is 1, so it's just 1/4. What do you get? And if you did that, you'll get negative 4.25. So y equals negative 4.25. It's below the vertex. Let's do another one so you can get the hang of this. All right, let's clear it out. What if we had now, try this on your own, you had x squared plus 10x plus 7. Put that in vertex form. Find the vertex, find the focus, find the directrix. What do you get? So if you pause the tape, you're going to have y equals x squared plus 10x plus 7. What should we do with that 7? Get rid of it. Bring it on to the y. So it's going to be y minus 7 equals x squared plus 10x. Now the coefficient in the b term, what do? We always divide it by 2. Always divide it by 2. You'll get 5 and then square it. There's your 25. And we're going to put that on both sides. So it's y minus 7 plus 25 equals x squared plus 10x plus 25. And we have a perfect square trinomial. So what two numbers give us the c term of 25 and give us the sum of the b term? Well, it's 5, right? So let's clean this up here. So we're going to have y plus 18, because negative 7 plus 25 is 18. It's going to equal x plus 5 squared. So we're almost there, almost at the vertex. Get rid of that 18. Y equals x plus 5 squared minus 18. So now we know the vertex. Notice that the A, again, has nothing there, so it's just a 1. So the vertex will be the opposite of plus 5, will be minus 5, minus 18. We have the vertex. What is the focus? Same x. What do we do? Remember, we're going to take the y term and add it to p, which is always 1/4 a. And again, a is 1 because there's nothing there. So you're saying negative 18 plus 1/4. And that'll get the coordinates of the focus, which is negative 71 over 4. Negative 71 over 4. Now, directrix. What's that? Y minus p. So we had negative 18 minus 1/4. That'll give the directrix. What'd you get? Negative 73 over 4. All right, let's do one more. Let's clear that out there. Okay, now we're going to do one where a is greater than 1. Let's do something different when we see something like that. So we're going to say, let's put one in. Let's say negative 3x squared plus 24x minus 1. So as you can see, that a term has a negative 3. It's a little different now. First thing is, let's get rid of that negative 1. So it's going to be y what? Y plus 1 equals negative 3x squared plus 24x. Now we want to also clean this up a little bit. We can factor this. So we'll say y plus 1. We'll take out the negative 3, and we'll factor this out, and we'll say it's x squared minus 8x. Right? We just factored that out. Now, take the b term, and you don't care if it's negative. You're still going to get a positive answer. Negative 8 over 2 gives us negative 4. And negative 4 squared will give us our 16. And we want to put that on both sides. So we're going to have y plus 1. But don't put the 16 on both sides yet, because we forgot we have to deal with this negative 3. So we're going to have a plus 16 over here. And we're going to times this. You might be familiar with that. If you did these when a is greater than 1, you would have multiplied the a and the b term. So when you multiply negative 3 times 16, make sure you do that. You're going to get negative 48. That's what you're bringing over. So if you do negative 3 times 16, you get negative 48. And you want to bring that over. So it's going to be negative y plus 1 minus 48 equals negative 3 x squared minus 8x. By the way, we already know that what this would be. It would be x minus 4. So where did that come from? So let's put negative 3 there. And we're going to say x minus 4 squared. Where did that? And by the way, this will be y minus 47 equals that. So where do you think that came from, the x minus 4 squared? So look at this right here. And I'll put a different color. Let's put a different color. Go back right over here in white. What two numbers will multiply to that c term 16 and give us the b term of negative 8? Well, negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. And negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. So that's how we got this so far. Now, let's get the y alone. Let's go back to red. Y equals negative 3 x minus 4 squared plus 47. So what is the vertex? The vertex will be 4, opposite sign, 47. The focus will still be 4. It's always 4. What do you think the focus is? It's going to be y plus p. Be careful here now, because it's going to be 47 plus 1/4 a. 47 plus 1, negative 12. Where do we get the negative 12 from? Remember, this is a, that negative 3. So you do 47 plus negative 112, you'll get 46.9. So what is now the directrix? Say that 3 times. Directrix. This is going to be y minus 1/4 a. 1 over 4a, not 1/4 a. It's not this. No, not that. Not that, but this. So y minus what? Negative 1/12. What do you get from that? What do you get? You get 47.08. Now, keep in mind here, we had this negative, right? So the parabola is going this way. You notice the vertex here now, we have a maximum on the vertex here. The vertex was at 447, but you notice the focus was down here at 446.9. So the focus was lower. And the directrix has to be above, in this case, above the vertex. That's why you notice it's at 47.08, above it. So those are 3 examples of how to get the focus, the vertex, and the directrix.